Alistar meticulously traced the cartographic lines. He appreciated the tactile feedback of the parchment. The olfactory stimuli from old books signified potential exploratory data. Alistar was a cartographer. His objective was to systematically explore and document global phenomena. He envisioned mapping uncharted territories and distant geographies. His goal was to produce a map that not only represented the physical world, but also encapsulated its latent narratives. Alistar posited that maps were more than navigational tools. He theorized they were instruments for comprehending global systems. He aimed to analyze the forces shaping terrestrial, marine, and atmospheric environments. He sought to decode the dynamics of meteorological and geological phenomena. He endeavored to understand the interconnectivity of these elements. Alistar pored over countless maps and ancient texts. He studied the work of explorers and adventurers, dreaming of following in their footsteps. But he yearned for something more than just facts and figures. He wanted a deeper understanding of the world, a way to connect with its soul. One day, an old traveler arrived in Alistar's village. He was a man of the world. He had seen things that most people only dreamed of. He had sailed across vast oceans, crossed scorching deserts, and climbed towering mountains. His eyes sparkled with wisdom, and his face was etched with the stories of 1,000 journeys.
The old traveller saw the burning desire in Alistar's eyes. He recognized in the young man a kindred spirit. He pulled up a chair by the fire and began to speak. Geography, he said, is more than just knowing where places are. It's about understanding how those places came to be, the forces that shaped them, and the life they sustain. The old traveller told Alistar about the 5 winds. These were not ordinary winds, he explained, but powerful forces that shaped the world. Zephyrus, Boreas, Notus, Eurus and Oster, he said, each one governs a different aspect of geography. Understand them, and you will unlock the secrets of our world.
Alistar listened, his heart pounding with excitement. This was the knowledge he had been searching for. This was the key to unlocking the secrets of the world.
The old traveller began with Zephyrus, the west wind, the gentlest of the 5 winds. Zephyrus, he said, is the breath of life. He brings the rain that nourishes the land and carries the seeds that sprout into lush forests and vibrant coral reefs. Zephyrus, the traveller explained, represented the delicate balance of ecosystems. He taught Alistar about the intricate web of life, how each plant and animal depended on the others for survival. He spoke of the importance of biodiversity and the dangers of upsetting the natural order.
Alistar listened, his mind racing. He realized that understanding Zephyrus was like understanding a language, the language of nature itself.
Next, the old traveller spoke of Boreas, the north wind, the bringer of cold and ice.
Boreas may seem harsh, but he plays a vital role in shaping our world.
He explained how Boreas's icy breath sculpted mountains and carved valleys. He spoke of how the advance and retreat of glaciers shaped the land, creating fertile plains and sparkling lakes.
Boreas represents the power of climate.
He taught Alistar about the Earth's long history of changing climate, from ice ages to warm periods. He spoke of the delicate balance that determined the Earth's temperature and the dangers of disrupting this balance.
I began to understand that Boreas was a powerful force capable of both creation and destruction.
Notus, the south wind, was next.
Notus is a fiery spirit full of energy and passion.
He described how Notus brought scorching heat to the deserts, shaping towering sand dunes and carving canyons into the earth. He spoke of the power of erosion, how wind and rain could wear down even the mightiest mountains over time.
Notus represents the constant change that shapes the Earth's surface.
He taught Alistar about the different types of rocks and minerals, how they were formed, and how they were constantly being broken down and reformed. He spoke of the power of volcanoes and earthquakes, forces that could reshape the land in an instant.
I realized that Notus was a reminder that the Earth was a living, breathing planet, constantly changing and evolving.
Section 7. Eurus, the trade winds and the stories they carry.
The old traveller then spoke of Eurus, the east wind, a mischievous wind that brought both blessings and challenges.
Eurus is the wind of trade and travel. He carries ships across the ocean, connecting distant lands and cultures.
Eurus, the traveller explained, represented the interconnectedness of the world. He taught Alistar about the ancient trade routes that crisscrossed the globe, carrying goods, ideas and people from one continent to another. He spoke of the exchange of knowledge and culture that resulted from these interactions.
Alistar began to understand that Eurus was a reminder that the world was a tapestry woven from many different threads.
Finally, the old traveller spoke of Oster, the south wind, the most powerful and mysterious of the 5 winds. Oster is the wind of the deep earth, the force that moves continents and raises mountains from the seabed. Oster, the traveller explained, represented the awesome power of plate tectonics. He taught Alistar about the Earth's structure, how the continents floated on a sea of molten rock, constantly shifting and colliding. He spoke of the creation of mountain ranges, the formation of volcanoes, and the occurrence of earthquakes, all driven by the relentless forces of Oster. Alistar looked at his maps with new eyes. He realized that Oster's influence was everywhere, shaping the world on a grand scale. The old traveller leaned back in his chair, his eyes twinkling. But there's one more wind you must learn about, Alistar. A wind that blows through all the others, shaping the world in its own unique way. And that is the wind of humanity. He explained that humans too were a force of nature, capable of shaping the world for better or worse. He spoke of the importance of understanding human geography, how people interact with their environment, how they build cities and societies, and how their actions have consequences for the planet. Alistar realized that the old traveller was right. Humans were an integral part of the world's story, and their choices would shape the future of the planet.
The old traveller's stories stayed with me long after he departed. I continued to travel the world, my cartographer's compass always in hand. But now, I saw the world through different eyes. I saw the hand of Zephyrus in the swaying grasslands, the power of Boreas in the jagged peaks, the fiery breath of Notus in the sculpted canyons, the unifying force of Eurus in the bustling cities, and the awe-inspiring power of Oster in the very foundations of the earth. I finally understood. Geography wasn't just about maps, it was about life, the life of the planet and the life of humanity. It was a compass that guided us through the world, helping us to understand our place in it, and inspiring us to cherish and protect its wonders. And I, Alistar, had dedicated my life to sharing that understanding with the world.